this back because we're talking about vibration. It is not as tangible as you might want it to be. We're talking about non-physical, which is difficult for you to get your thoughts around. So we want to bring this home to where you are. We want you to do your best to embrace these truths. You are consciousness that you don't, in this moment, in this physical body, have the ability to perceive fully. You're too big to contemplate all of that which you are in any moment in time. No moment in time can broaden itself enough for the full realization of all that you are. But every moment in time, in every moment in time, you have the ability to accomplish a vibration of non-resistance so that your ability to perceive consciousness that is you as it relates to this moment in time. In other words, it's like you don't have to eat all the food that you will eat to keep your body alive today. And that's a really good thing. You can have a meal or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 today. In other words, you sort of take it as it comes. And that's the way all of us are as consciousness. So we, in our non-physical form, have the capacity to understand the wholeness of all of this. When you talk about the universe, when you talk about the universe and beyond, we have the ability to perceive it, but we do not have a vibrational frequency that we can present to any of you, including Esther, that would give her the sound foundation, that would give her the words that would explain all of that to you right now. That would be like asking you to eat all of the food that you're going to eat all of your life right now. But you do have the ability to live life, and you do have the ability to come to your own awarenesses and your own awarenesses of what you don't want and what you do want. You do have the ability to feel your own vibration. And so we explain to you in very rudimentary terms that you are source energy in a physical body, but that you are usually not allowing the source energy part of you to be very present. And then we spend all of these years and write all of these books with one singular intention in mind. We want you to soften up enough to allow all that you are to be present. And that's enough. Because not one of us ever said we're going to contemplate the entirety of the universe all at once. What we all always said, it's what you said when you decided to come, it's what we're saying to you now, and it's what you know best of all. This leading edge place is where it's all at, right here and now. The components that surround you, right, all of us, right here and now, that's enough. It's enough for the satisfaction of all.
Is it inappropriate then to have experiences? I'm trying not to be self-critical right now, although I am. To have experiences like ayahuasca experiences, using natural plant hallucinogens to have some semblance of what you're describing now.
The benefit of something like that is that it softens your resistance. The disadvantage of it is that you are less consciously able to translate the experience that you then have.
Yes, that's for sure.
So the combination, and you know what we mean, the combination of, in other words, nothing feels better than to be fully present. Because when you feel fully present, there's clarity. And with clarity comes clarity about my value, clarity about your value, clarity about my reason for existence in this moment, you see? So let's talk about real life. You came into this physical body to explore what's around you and to have a really good time, and to live through the clarity of your example consciously. You can't do that if you don't know about vibration. And the best way to know about vibration is to know about mood. So when you start noticing your mood and you apply to that awareness of your mood the subject of momentum, and you deliberately encourage momentum when it feels good and discourage momentum when it feels bad by distraction, then more and more of the time, you allow yourself to be in this body fully present, which means you have really good timing. You can feel your path. And what that means is you interrelate with the other creators in meaningful ways. Because unless you are co-creating, unless you are interrelating, unless you are interacting with others, this is a very unpleasant place to be, because you're sort of just banging around. So when you get it, that you don't have to control their behavior, you don't have to dictate their behavior, you just have to control your own vibration in a meaningful way, in a knowledgeable way, in a deliberate way. And that as you get a handle on that, then you start dovetailing with others in more and more and more satisfying ways.
I see.
And then, of course, you have the advantage of being able to watch your expansion in a sort of comparative way. We like it that you're here together. In other words, we like it that someone is able to live in a house in Rancho Santa Fe, and that it spikes your interest, and that you feel that good feeling of it being something you want. And we like it that you think more about it until you get more momentum going about it. And we like it that when you get more momentum going about it with no resistance, that things begin dovetailing and you begin discovering more and more avenues to get that lamp out of Esther's closet that you want in your living room, that you had no idea that was going to be the path of least resistance that brought it. There's something so exhilarating about accepting the worthiness of your being and then watching the clever ways in which the universe will yield to you anything and everything that you want. You've come to mold the clay. You've come to understand consciousness. You've come to mold it through the emotions in your solar plexus. You've come to focus and feel and then focus. You've come to understand how the universe works. But even more than that, you've come to demonstrate how the universe works. You've come here for the manifestation of consciousness. And that's what your physical body is. Your physical body is a manifestation of consciousness. The roads that you drive on and the buildings that you move about in, they are all manifestations of your consciousness. And when you are deliberate about your participation in this, then and only then are you fulfilling your reason for being. And your reason for being is the enjoyment of life, because nothing is broken, there's nothing to fix. You're not here to gain any traction like that. You're not here to gain any satisfaction or appreciation from someone else. In other words, what it is all about is your personal pleasure in living life and arranging the properties of the time, space, and non-space and non-time reality into something that means something to you. Esther has a new house, and some of her friends come to see it, and there was some furniture already in it because it's really an old place, and some of it is still there, and some friends say, I really don't like that couch. And Esther thinks, I don't care. I really don't care that you don't like that couch, because I think that is the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. And others will say, what's that funny thing over there? Are you going to leave that? And I say, yep. For now, I'm going to leave it. Why? I like it. I like it. And then Esther is thinking, ooh, I'm not sure I like that couch as much as I liked it before that person didn't like it. And we say, so you're all sort of deciding how you, but you're wanting to use the criteria that comes forth from within, not the criteria that's coming from the peanut gallery, yeah?
I have a strong attraction to transgender people, and obviously that's not strongly accepted in our American society. Why would I come into existence from non-physical consciousness with an attraction?
Because it's a newer, more leading edge thought and awareness. Because it's an acceptance of diversity and a freedom from bondage. The perfection that is you is known by us. It is our desire to know it so powerfully that you know it too. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain stubbornly, eternally in your vortex. I love this. You guys are wonderful. Oh my God. What a good day. Hear that music?